Hey guys, before we get going with the video, I do want to give a shout out to 5 of my YouTube membership members. They are going to be William Chirinos, Shondarian Nelson, King Bowser, Eric Dubin, and Samurai. Thank you guys for all of your support on my YouTube memberships. If you guys are interested in becoming a part of YouTube memberships, it only costs 99 cents per month. You guys will have access to a badge next to your name, exclusive emotes only available on YouTube memberships. You guys will also be randomly shouted out amongst 4 other people on videos such as this one. And last but not least, you guys are automatically entered into a $15 monthly gift card giveaway that I do at the end of every month. All of that for 99 cents per month. Without further ado, let's go ahead and move on with the video. What's up everybody, 40 the Broadway Saiyan here, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel, back with another video on Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. In this video, we have a bit of a spicy one, because as you can tell by the title of the video, it says, Snow BT effect is overhyped. And I'm here to pretty much tell you guys why I feel like this particular burst weapon and its effect is being a little too overhyped, and there's not a clear understanding as to why it's being overhyped. And I'm also going to give you guys a live example as to what exactly it does, and also tell you how it's probably not practical later down the line to play this specific way, because you have to play a very specific way in order to abuse the powerful factor of Snow's BT effect. Now, I just want to give a full disclosure that this is not aimed at any of you who are already planning on pulling for Snow, and you don't care what I have to say, you don't care if he's overhyped or if he's underhyped or whatnot, because you play to have fun and you play however you want. But for those of you that may not quite understand it, or someone just out there just tells you, oh yeah, Snow's burst effect is super OP, you should pull for it, without giving an actual, information or informative answer as to why and what it does, then you probably want to pay attention and watch this video. And I also want to give a shout outs to fellow DFFOO content creators Cross13 and Black Nero, because they cover this already on some of their recent videos, and I'm going to be linking their videos down below in the video description as well as the pinned comments, so then that way you guys can hear what they have to say about it, because they also go over it and tell you guys why it's being a little overhyped and being taken out of context. Okay, so the whole spiel with Snow's BT plus effect is, if you have it fully greened and all that, it gives ice enchant, brave damage up, brave damage cap up, and then the big thing that it does is that it allows party members to recover 50% of brave after every single HP attack. Now that is pretty powerful if you think about it, because after every single HP attack, you're refunding, and you could take advantage and abuse brave gain type effects to really capitalize on this. And then what it does is it allows characters to hold on to more max brave than they normally should, and it also pushes their damage output. Sounds cool, right? And you could also use this with characters that have that mechanic already within their kit. For example, Machina has this HP command, and every time he does, an HP attack, he refunds himself. You could stack that all together, and it's pretty flashy. It's cool to see the numbers like staying at a constant high amount and being able to dish out all that damage, and you pair that with HP damage cap up. It sounds cool, right? But it doesn't end up being practical later down the line, especially when we get down into the Shinryu era. Also because, like I said earlier, this requires a very specific type of playstyle and very specific party comps in order to achieve this. So what I have right now is I have Ishtola, specializes in brave gains. I have Gilgamesh, who is going to be my DPS unit. And also I want to let you guys know that this method of playing like this actually is only practical within the burst phase of a damage dealer, right? So again, I'm gonna give you guys live example and show you why this is not a really practical way to play, and why Snow's BT effect is being overhyped. So I have Ishtola, Gilgamesh is my DPS, Snow is there for his effect. All 3 of them are loaded up with brave gain calls. So your brave gain call examples are like Iroha, Porum, Rem is one too, Charlotta, Steiner. So they each have brave gain calls. So the way to set this up, well, I'm going to go ahead and use Steiner's LB call first. So we have the brave gain effect from him. There we go. All right, and now I'm just going to simply use... Actually, you know what? Let's do this first. Let's use Ishtola's EX. So we have that on hand. All right. Let's go ahead and use her LB. Then right after this, I'm going to go ahead and use her BT effect, or her BT skill. All right. So we're at 3 stacks, and now let's go ahead and use that burst ability. There we go. Okay, and then with Gilgamesh, let's go ahead and use the Charlotta Call. So again, another form of Brave Gains. There we go. And then we're going to use his burst effect and have that active. And remember, at max stacks, Gilgamesh does also provide HP damage cap up, which helps with this particular way of abusing Snow's burst effect. And the reason why I chose Gilgamesh is because he hardly has any refund in his own kit. So he's a unit where you could really see this being abused because he has no refund, right? So with Snow, let's go ahead and let's just C65 first to get that free skill out of the way. And then we're going to go ahead and pop Iroha Call. All right. And then Snow with his follow-up. And then let's go ahead and pop his burst effect. All right. There we go. So we are now set up. Well, we're actually gonna lose out on the Steiner Call. I probably could have ordered that differently with Y'shtola. I probably should have gone EX and then LD and then Call and then the burst and then her burst skill, but it is what it is. You guys will still see what I'm talking about. All right, let's see if we can Medica. No, we're not gonna Medica. Let's just do this. Okay, so we still at least we still have the Iroha Call up, and we still have the Charlotta Call. All right, so now we're just going to go ahead and go right into burst phase, and you guys are going to get to see what the whole spiel is about why Snow's burst effect is being considered OP when in practicality it really isn't. All right, so we're going to go ahead and let's just, we're going to do this first. Let's do this first. And you guys are going to see what I mean. Like, watch Gilgamesh's Brave. You see how, like, it's never going down? It's remaining at that consistent amount because of all the Brave gains that we have stacked, right? And then let's go use his EX. Again, pay attention to his Brave. You see how it never goes down? It looks cool, right? It does look cool, and I agree that this is cool, this is flashy. Okay, and now we're going to use this. Get the launch off. I'm just going to Brave attack here. All right, and then I'm gonna use skill 2. Again, as you could see, look how much Brave he's holding on to. Now, normally, this wouldn't be happening with Gilgamesh because he doesn't have his own self-refund, but because Snow is providing that and we're capitalizing on all the Brave gains, you're seeing some crazy numbers, like numbers you normally would not see from Gilgamesh if you run him as your DPS. And again, you could run any kind of DPS as long as, I would say, a burst character, because this type of playstyle is really only practical in the burst phase of a damage dealer that has access to a burst. All right, now his skill 1, let's see what his skill 1 can do. You see how skill 1 did 600k? Normally it shouldn't be doing that. All right, and now we're gonna go ahead and use his burst finisher. Go. And then look how much Brave he's holding on to, right? Looks cool, right? And yes, I agree, it looks cool. It is powerful in situations where you could actually abuse it. But again, this requires a very specific setup. You have to load up on Brave gain calls, so you're missing out on like more useful calls that I would rather have, such as Laguna Call, Fran Call, Seymour Call, even Kurasame Call, and later down the line for Global Raijin Call. So you're missing out on all of those because you're taking advantage of this one thing. And then also in the Shinryu era, this is not going to work very well because there's already that 80% Brave gain reduction in Shinryu era. So Yeah, you could still get a portion of that if you stack all of this, but is it really worth playing this specific way, or would you rather just play Snow and whoever else normally without having to worry about this and maybe take advantage of more effective stat ups such as like HP damage cap up? Like honestly, I'd rather have a lot more HP damage cap up than doing something like this. It's cool, it's cute, it's flashy, but in the long run, this is not practical, and this is why I say Snow's BT effect is overhyped. So that's that, guys. But again, if you guys are already planning on pulling for Snow, if it doesn't matter what I say, you do you play your game however you want, because the most important thing is having fun. But for those of you that don't quite understand or think that Snow is OP without understanding really why he is, this is a live demonstration here of what he does. Again, guys, don't forget to check out the videos by Cross13 and Black Nero, so then that way you guys have more information about this particular topic. And I'm also going to be linking a video of another content creator named Nightingale, who actually made a video on this when Snow first came out on JP, so you could also watch other examples of this particular abuse of Snow's BT effect and why it gets a lot more attention than I think it should be. Like, to be honest, like with me, I actually value Kieran's burst effect over Snow's, because Kieran can provide up to 40% HP damage cap up, especially if you fully invest in him, and I'm having fun using him right now on global. But that's not to say that this is not a powerful effect. It's just, it's better to understand it in the correct context without overhyping it up, and then you end up being disappointed later down the line because you were misinformed by something. So hopefully this video, guys, this video helps you guys understand Snow's BT effect, why it's being overhyped, and prepares you guys for his upcoming BT debut very soon in Global Opera Omnia. This is 40 the Broadway Saiyan signing out. Mahal, everyone.